Is it soup yet?
Hey, it's time for Thursday Night Soup. Join Doc, co-host Jeff Kendall, and many other famous celebrities as we discuss music, movies, and just plain cause havoc across the internet. And now, get ready. Let's welcome Doc Dacus.
I want my Thursday night soup now!
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to Soup.
Welcome to Soup.
Mhm.
I love that intro. It makes me laugh every
Mhm.
time. So excellent stuff. Yeah, so look, Mikey Tax is out
Yes,
there.
I agree.
Party!
Mikey. What's going on, Mikey? Oh, that's Mikey from the
Not
Infinity
late.
Records. That's Mikey. Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
Henry. What's
Very
up?
classy, yes. Stay classy. Yeah.
And
And
it's AZ
AZ
Mix.
is out there. What is that? Oh, that's a hand. I thought it was a little.
Okay,
thing
looks
here.
like a part of an
I
onion.
was offering
I
us
don't
some
know.
beer.
Well, it's okay.
But okay, we do soup now.
We have soup.
And
Soup
Jeff
tonight
Kendall.
would be nice. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Hey, Astro. Happy Soup Day.
He always gets that wrong, though. Jeez.
Well, he can. You know.
Can you do the Ric Flair woo? Because I can't.
Woo!
See, I can't.
I used to watch wrestling back during the 80s.
Yeah,
And
well, I'm sure that's the Ric Flair woo, but
woo!
I
You
can't.
see, I first got married in 1987, and back then pro wrestling was real hot, and I used to drive my wife nuts because I
There's
used
a
to watch
really-
wrestling, and she couldn't watch her British television. So
There's a really good documentary on. There's like it comes in 4 parts or something, like the entire history of the WWE / F whatever.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
very good. It's
I
very
know.
good. I watched the whole thing.
Mhm.
Mikey Tax!
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, it's time for him to retire, but in the day he was pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have no high pitch or whatever they call it.
Yeah, me not anymore. Long time
You
ago.
do a lot better than I do.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to be able to do curly.
Because he's a slow woo. Woo! Or woo. I don't know. Yeah, that's.
It's kind of like a woo.
I've watched lots of woos. So
Well, my wooer is broke.
yeah, well,
I can't even do curly anymore.
woo, 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 woo. I can just a little bit. So
Woo! It doesn't work anymore. Oh,
it's okay,
pisses me
Doc.
off. Pisses me off. Like I watch these shows, where the guy dresses up a girl and does the voice, and I can't do that. I
Yeah,
can't
me
do
neither.
that.
Not anymore. Hey,
Hello,
Christian.
Christian. Yes.
What's up?
I don't know, but I've heard through the grapevine that you've picked up some new stuff lately.
I got a whole bunch of stuff.
No kidding. Could you
Mhm.
show it?
I got a
please?
bunch of stuff now. Everything I show is $1 a piece.
I don't know where Tim is.
I don't know where Tim. He's probably making a CD, knowing him, or he's watching a silent movie or whatever.
Now he is late, if that's the case.
Yeah, he's laid, so he'll kind of creep
I don't
in.
know. But anyway, Jeff's going to show us some cool stuff.
Okay,
that-
these were $1 a piece.
A
I got them
buck.
from a Goodwill. I got the best of Daryl Hall and John Oates
Whoa.
for
that's
$1 a
good-
piece. I
wow.
got the very best of Lionel Richie. That includes Commodore's material.
Ooh, it's
I
definitive.
got
Yes. Ooh.
Tommy James and the Shondells.
Ah.
I got
How many discs is that Tommy James one?
one. I got Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass.
Did you get that at Infinity? It's turned into the Herb Alpert store.
I got it. No, I got it at the Goodwill store for $1. My mom and dad used to play Herb Albert at 8 tracks back in the day, and and I used to own all of the Pink Floyd albums on CD, and I sold a bunch of them, so I bought one again for $1. Copy of
For $1.
now. One more today. They had some more CDs, so I picked up another CD for $1. I got the greatest hits of Sly and the Family Stone. So pretty good haul.
Very good haul. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, you done good. You done
Yes.
good. I
And
did
you
get one
got-
thing though today.
What's that?
I did get one thing.
What did you get?
I got the Carpenters reminiscing
Ooh,
for a
okay.
whole 229.
That's a bargain in itself.
Pretty much so.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that, and I almost got another one. I'm gonna hit these first. 2 days from the 40th anniversary of Pretending Serene to Call.
Great.
With an autograph from Chrissy Hind, yes.
Great.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this like a this or that type thing?
Yes.
Hmm.
Because Raj was real.
I'm going to say
DJ
Herb's
then.
Rise. I'm going to say
Raj
Herb's
was real
Rise.
popular when I was a DJ. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing about shopping today
Mm-hmm.
was going back roughly a month or so that I had a little bit of trouble with finding this Tina Turner thing.
Oh yeah, that 2-disc. Mm-hmm.
Every time I found it, the discs weren't in it.
Yeah.
So today, well, okay, the thing about the 2-disc set was one disc was like Ike and Tina,
Mm-hmm.
and the other disc was Tina.
Solo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting one of Tina.
Yeah.
Herself. Today I'm in the store. The best of Ike and Tina. One of those 10 best comps.
Yeah.
You've seen those. I says, that might do. And I look at the back of it. Yeah, not bad. This might be kind of like a consolation prize. I'll take it. Oh, wait a minute. I better check for the disc.
Yeah, make sure.
Open the thing up. It's got Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell in it.
Yes.
Nope.
Put it back.
I'm going to put Beatle Brad on because he's right
Beal
there.
Brad's here. Hey, Beal Brad, what's up?
Hello.
Oh, I love that shirt, Brad.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get a look at that shirt.
Oh, that's the one I was wanting. Yeah, I like the later years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Mason.
How you doing, Brad?
Good. Long time no see. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I've been around here and there, but just not, on here all the time like I used to be.
Yeah. How's the Beach Boys stuff?
Well, to this day, the only regular studio album I have yet to get from them is the Christmas album. I just keep putting that one off.
Which one? The colored vinyl or the regular original?
Just in general, the Beach Boys 1964 Christmas album. At this point, I don't care what pressing, as I get everything on CD anyways.
Yeah, because I know the new one was Record Store Day was the colored vinyl one, which I don't know if you saw that one or not.
Yeah, but no, I have I have the 2 for CD sets, and those are really cool for like minimizing your shelf space.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Shelf space. What's that?
You have none, yeah.
Premium, yes. But Mason, Christian's record store has Stars and Stripes on CD for $3.99.
I own Stars and Stripes on CD, and that is not one of their best albums. It's not. It's not even. I wouldn't even call it an overall good album.
No.
What is it worth? $3.99.
Truthfully, their top best albums are like Pet Sounds and Sunflower, Surfs Up Holland. Those are like the top dogs for them.
It should have been free.
But actually, Doc, I'm kind of a happy camper because you know what I discovered recently?
What?
Here it comes.
The Move. They just put out a new compilation that has a lot of their biggest hit songs on it, and I'm a happy camper because I can now stream a lot of those songs off my phone, whereas I couldn't before.
Oh, Mr. Non-physical media.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am collecting physical media, but I use streaming as a good way to sample things,
Mm-hmm.
See if I have enough interest to want to purchase a physical copy.
Mm-hmm. I see. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Well, but I was checking out the list, and I'm like, okay, this is a promising track list. I mean,
a lot of stuff that I'm already familiar with, but also some other songs that, hey, if I sample these, I might like them, and then I might want to buy the album.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how you kind of like get an idea. Like even before you buy it,
Because it's always fascinated me to learn the humble beginnings of where Jeff Lynne of ELO started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially
That's who I
Jeff
would,
Lynne.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have Jeff Lynne come to the fest.
Yeah, that would be
That'd be a
cool.
good, yeah.
He obviously has Beatle connections.
He works with the guys, yeah. and
He
produces.
does. He does with all kinds of Beatley
Bring him
guys.
on.
Yes.
Doc, why aren't you in charge of the fest this year?
They didn't ask me.
No, I get a Beach Boys album, and I'm like, gosh, wonder if Mason's got this one, or has he seen this one, or something like that.
If it's the Beach Boys, I probably have, because I pretty much, there's not one release from the Beach Boys that I'm not familiar with, I don't think. Unless it's like an exclusive pressing in another country or something like that. But as far as their regular American Capitol and Reprise and Caribou stuff, I pretty much know it all.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Mm.
Yep. I'm sure.
Yes. And I heard my name mentioned on a Beatle broadcast today.
Yeah, you did.
Had something to do with France.
France.
Yeah.
France. Oh man.
And here's one from France.
I did. However, I was in Target recently, and I did pick up the new remixes of the Red and Blue albums.
Ooh.
I played the entirety of the Red album, and I think that one sounds fantastic with what they do with the new mixes. And I like that. It's not just the same selections. They added some more stuff.
Right.
And I like that how the Blue album, I noticed, literally ends with Now and Then.
Well, yeah, because it's the last thing.
But on the other side of that, where's Free as a Bird and Real Love? If you're going to have Now and Then on there, put those two on there.
Yeah, I don't know why they did
Extras,
Especially because I think that Free as a Bird needs a good remix, especially because John's vocal is so buried in the track. And I understand that that's kind of the way he preferred it, but I can hardly make out the lyrics,
Oh yeah, it'd be nice if they remixed that.
By the way,
there's more Beatle news that just came out today. Actually, they just unearthed, of course,
another one.
Beatles, like the Beatles from 1963. They found some live recordings and stuff like that. So they're going to try and see if they can put them together, but there's like only so far. I think there's only 3 songs, so it's not like they've got a triple album or something.
Due to popular demand, Tim Allen has arrived.
Tim Allen's here.
Oh, there's Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, his new
There are
apartment.
people out there demanding.
Beatle Brad's here.
Yeah, Matthew Smith. I have checked out that talk show. It's kind of interesting. The Beach Boys talk. That podcast is.
I would have come up earlier, but you're talking Beach Boys, so I didn't.
I got my Beatles shirt on for you, Tim. I'm trying.
Yes, looks good.
I was going to go get some cool Beach Boys stuff for Mason to take a look at, but
Please do. I'm curious to see what you have.
Okay.
Okay,
Brad.
Yeah.
Especially if most of it is like compilations, because that's one territory that I don't have everything from them by yet.
I got to put this up. This is Tim's favorite part.
The black stuff. Okay, hurry back. Yeah.
Yep. See you in an hour.
Yeah.
Give us a
Nice seeing you, Brad.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
We don't need him.
Hey, see you Sunday, Brad. Yeah.
I can still hear
I
you,
got
Tim.
jokes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, how much snow where you at, Tim?
What was that?
How much snow is where you're at?
We didn't get any.
Really?
Last snow I had was we had last Sunday. It's been warmer here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, it was like 65
Just,
degrees
I mean,
here.
not warm, but
Yeah.
37, 40.
No, that's warm.
So,
It was winter time. Yeah. Hmm.
so we got 3 inches. It melted because it rained all day Sunday and most of the day Monday, and maybe even into Tuesday. It just rained and rained and rained. So I have no snow left now. It's just all rained away.
Did you see all that snow in New York City? That blizzard? There was a blizzard in New York City. Did you see that,
No.
Doc? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a blizzard in New York City. I thought about, and Doc's driving into this, So it's just check the weather.
Well, right now I'm flying.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, well, that's
Hello again,
okay.
Daryl.
You're gonna go. Yeah, you're gonna go. Oh, so you're not gonna drive. You're gonna fly.
Well,
Or you're gonna fly. You're gonna drive.
Uh-oh.
I kind of had to weigh the advantages,
Mm-hmm.
like 10.5 hours, impossible, crappy weather.
Yeah.
So like Google, how much does it cost to fly from Detroit to New York? $75 round trip.
Not bad.
What?
You could leave your car.
To get gas into Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably less than gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. So then I'm going like, okay, so like, where does this take me? It gets me into LaGuardia.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, but it's wrong. We want to be in JFK.
JFK, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So now I'm going like, well, now I'm at the wrong airport. How do I get to JFK from?
There's I would think there might even be a bus from LaGuardia to JFK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or a taxi.
Oh, George.
Hey, George.
Yeah, but I was thinking, because that probably happens a lot, so I would think there might be a bus.
Me?
The last record I played.
Probably the Hollies Sing Dylan. The Hollies Sing Dylan was the last record I heard. Because I played it again after I played it once.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've been making various artists albums like always.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So in its entirety, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Little Brad's got a bunch of stuff.
Little Brad's got a bunch of stuff to show Mason.
Got a few things for Mason. I think he'd like. Let me turn this since I messed up my screen so much.
Hello.
Okay. This is the one I was telling you about. That's this one you picked up.
Yeah. So is that an original or a repress?
No, I've got an original. Golly, why is this camera so messed up?
I've got an original.
I've got an original mono.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I've got an original UK copy of that.
Ooh. Oh, it's green.
Oh, it's a green vinyl. Yeah.
It's a green on both sides.
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
I got a big thing against the version of Little Saint Nick that was on the album versus the single. And I know that they wanted to make it unique, but Little Saint Nick ain't Little Saint Nick without the bells.
Yeah.
It just sounds off to me. It just sounds off-putting to me.
Yeah.
But the album came first, and then they added the bells for the singles. So, the album was already pressed. They're not going to redo the album to...
All I'm saying is I just prefer the single, in my opinion.
The album came first.
I understand that it did. It's just I prefer the single.
Well, everybody does.
But, Oh, whoops, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one.
Okay.
This is kind of cool.
Mileage points.
Wow.
This recently just got torn.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Oh, I saw that one.
Paper there, but
ooh, Japanese one. Yeah.
So, Mason, you probably have this one already, but
15 Big Ones. Is that an original?
It's a Japanese.
Japanese pressing. Something I do hear about those Japanese pressings and Japanese and German pressings and all that stuff is that the sound quality is really nice on some of those.
Oh, yeah, it's very good,
Mm-hmm.
And it comes in the nice sack there.
Yeah,
yeah.
A sack
like a record. Yeah.
Then this is one of my favorite albums, and I know it's one of yours too. But
Ew, pew.
Yeah, it's definitely okay. It's definitely probably my favorite Beach Boys album, to no surprise. But some close contenders falling behind that, like I mentioned earlier, Sunflower, Surf's Up. Pretty much my top 5 favorite Beach Boys albums are not going to be any of the pre-Pet Sounds albums. Just letting you know.
This is great, but everybody's slammed it because Joe Mayo doesn't like it. But
I don't like it either.
It's my favorite album. Period.
Cool thing about this one is it's a UK pressing.
Oh, I have yet. Yeah, well, I haven't really explored vinyl for Pet Sounds, but as far as CDs go, I have yet to find a CD of Pet Sounds that actually has a good mix for me. Everything that I've listened to on CD for Pet Sounds is like, there's just not. I just don't feel the bass and treble enough. It just feels flat to me.
I can't find the album I wanted to show you, which was one of my favorites.
my favorite pressing of Pet Sounds is probably one of the easiest to get. It's the Warner Brothers twofer with Carl and the Passions. That's a really good pressing.
Yeah, I've heard that mono pressing is really really good.
That's a really good pressing of Pet Sounds.
Yeah, it is a good one. Next up is this one.
Oh, okay.
About that one, yeah.
Japanese press.
So, are these all Japanese pressings?
No, not all. No, but the cool thing about this one is, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Well, the cool thing about it is it's a Japanese press, so it sounds better than anything America can
make. Record too.
Yeah.
Wow. I prefer it when you buy an album and there's a record inside.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes, but I certainly have bought some and it didn't. But
some people just keep them sealed, so it doesn't matter. But if you're going to open it and play it, it's better to have a record.
This is one of my favorites. I love this album, but this is a really cool.
But even the thing about that album is especially when I marathon through the Beach Boys albums in chronological order, when I get to that one, I only play the songs that are exclusive to that album and then skip over the others because the others are from Surfin' Safari, Surfin' USA, and Surfer Girl, so I've already heard those songs once, and I don't need to hear them repeated, so I just.
And this is actually a first press German pressing.
To be honest with you guys, I'm not that big a fan of repeating songs on studio albums. As a matter of fact, I wish the single version of Help Me Rhonda would have just remained an exclusive single version. They would have taken it off Summer Days and Summer Nights and just threw on The Little Girl I Once Knew. I would have been happy.
Yeah, but it's kind of almost like Elvis Presley. It's like every album is, got repeats. Right. It's like, 3 new ones. Wow. This is kind of cool.
Ooh, that I have never seen before. Okay, you've shown me something that I've never seen before. What does that one have on it?
12 songs.
Okay, looks like surf music and all, so it doesn't look like any deep cuts there.
No deep cuts, but this is kind of cool being that it's Japanese.
Yes.
Actually, it's kind of a rare one and a little bit of pricey one too.
Yeah.
Got the inner sleeve. See, Doc can read it. I was going to say, Mason, you might want to stop and read that one.
Yes.
Then this was a special. Can you say that, boys and girls? Special. Limited edition.
Special.
You ready?
Yes.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, it's blue.
What is it?
Blue.
Capital Blue.
Yeah, it's blue, but what album is it?
Transparent Blue is the Japanese one I just showed you.
Oh, okay, you can see through it. Yeah,
that's
it's got a side too.
Ooh,
it's blue on both sides.
It's on both sides. Yeah, there you
go. Oh, that's purple Capital label, so that's got to be like
mid-70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't they bring that purple Capitol label back in like the late 80s? Or was that a different one?
For Beach Boys,
Because I know that on Still Cruising on Vinyl, it's got a purple Capitol label.
They did. I think Capitol went out with that purple label again. They stopped making records. I think My Past Masters is on that purple label, and that's 87.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but yeah, it's not. It's great sounding.
Oh, I got that one, Live in London. It's
UK
not quite as good as the 64 one, but it's still a decent one. In my opinion, my favorite Beach Boys live album is the one that they put out in 73. That's just got an amazing set list on it.
They don't do any cowboy covers on that one.
This one's on Green Target.
Yeah, because I remember I remember reading somewhere that that's the label that Capitol was using in like the late 60s and early 70s.
Yeah, Green Targets are kind of hard. They're getting more pricey.
Late 68 to early 70, I think. It didn't last very long.
Yeah.
And then they briefly went to like this
wasn't like
a label, which is even briefer than the green one.
Wasn't Endless Summer though like on an orange Capitol label? So that was 74.
12-inch single.
Yeah. But there was this orangish red label with a green circle Capitol, but that didn't last. I don't think there's a Beatle record on that label. It didn't last very long. But it was around for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that one, Mason, that I just showed?
Which one? Sorry, I'm like.
I think it was California Girls.
There's a test going to be here.
Oh yeah,
He's doing it for you, Mason.
Is that the original 45, or is that like the thing that they did for like I think it was either the 30th or 40th anniversary where they had extra tracks on it?
I think it's the 40th, but then they, that's I've got the original, but then they did something kind of cool.
Ouch.
Yeah, for that 40th one, they had like if I remember correctly, they had a really cool mix of Good Vibrations where it was like they mixed both the original demo that Brian was first working on with the different lyrics.
Yeah.
And then they mixed that and another version of it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite mix of Good Vibrations.
Oh, it's excellent. It's excellent. But this is the cool part. This is the part Doc will like.
Mm-hmm. Bubblegum.
It's very pretty.
It is. We could serve lunch on it tomorrow.
The Capitol Swirl label that they had on all the 45s back in the day. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of cool with the squirrel swirl on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that.
I'll show one more, and then didn't mean to be.
Oh, go right ahead.
It's not really pink, Belle. It looks pink on camera. It's more orange and yellow.
It's supposed to be red. It's like a deep red.
Yeah. Deep reddish orange to match the label, basically.
To me, it looks like bubblegum color a little bit.
I was gonna say
but it's not. It's not. I have one. That's how I know.
Okay.
It's not edible.
All right. Let's see if Mason knows this one.
Okay.
Lost and Found.
I think I've heard of that one, but I don't think I've ever seen a copy of it.
Ooh, what is that?
Oh, very nice, isn't it?
That's the infamous Beach Boys scooter cover.
I didn't know
it got pasted over right away.
If
you dig it out, then they're on a scooter underneath.
Mm-hmm. So Beatles have the Butcher cover and the cover. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got jokes today.
Yeah, Tim's full of it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm full of it. All right.
Did you not take your medication yet, Tim?
No, I ran out of my medication.
Yeah.
I also like the other Beach Boys album that is it's got the car like on the front of it, like a half of a car. And it's a 2-record set. I've got it in the other room. I just didn't bring it. But it's like, you can downsize me. But it's like the first one. It's like true. It's like mono of Pet Sounds is like the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, that's the one I was talking about. That's the now I've forgotten what it.
I can't think of the name.
Carl and the Passions with Pet Sounds. It's a double on Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
You guys, that's the best pressing there is. Maybe they've outdone it in the last few years, but before that was the best pressing there was of that album.
And then behind me over this way, I've got stacks and stacks of CD of Beach Boy CDs. Paul, fit to be tie-dyed.
Tie-dyed. You don't have the snow we're gonna be getting.
It's burger. Yeah.
You think it's Burr there? You try Burr here when it's 13. But this coming weekend.
Yeah. Back when I was Paul's age, we used to walk to school.
Oh, and when it comes to comps, one that I keep searching Amazon, but they never have it in stock, at least on CD. I can never get that CD of Endless Summer with the Good Vibrations bonus track. I can never find that.
Oh, yeah.
But, Brad, I do have this. Nice to have the album on top of it, yeah.
That's what she said.
I want to stay away from
inches.
Tim,
let's see if any of you guys have this. Oh, it's not wanting to show because I have my virtual background turned on.
-5 is like 40. That's not Burr.
Okay. Let's see if any of you guys have this.
I have it on an album.
I've heard of it, yeah.
I don't need it.
I think I had the album back.
Let's see the front
back
again.
It's Spirit of America.
Yeah.
So this was actually the follow-up to Summer in Paradise.
I've got the vinyl.
Not Summer in Paradise, Endless Summer. My brain is tired. My brain is tired. Sorry, guys. Endless Summer. Why did I say Summer in Paradise?
Thanks for joining us, Mason. You're kicked off.
What the hell? Why did I just name a horrible Beach Boys album when I was trying to talk about an amazing compilation?
I mean, that's a good one. I've got it on vinyl, but not CD.
Yeah.
Good to get a weather report from
This one's cool right here. This one right here is pretty cool because
I own that one in the day.
At the bottom there, it's got, see at the bottom there, Rock and Roll to the Rescue and their cover of California Dreamin'. And off the top of my head, this is the only album that you can get Rock and Roll to the Rescue on, and it's a uniquely cool 80s Beach Boys song.
Mm-hmm.
The CD's only got the bonus tracks. I don't think the vinyl's got that though, right?
Yeah.
No, I think the vinyl. I think the vinyl had them as well, if I'm not mistaken, because I think that was the big thing behind this compilation in general, is that it included 2 brand new Beach Boys songs at that time.
2, count them, 2 boys and girls, 2.
Wow.
I knew count 2.
If they were still making 45s, they could have saved everybody a lot of money.
No. That's the way you pronounce it. You gotta like get that guttural sound.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul fit to be tie-dyed. Who's giving us
okay.
Look, Robert P is here too.
Hey,
hi, Robert.
Robert P is keeping
Robert P.
His grandson.
Yes.
Does anybody want to see my? I only got 3.
Your
store finds.
Your new stuff, yeah.
They're interesting. I won't say they're good. One's good. One's really good. But the other 2 are just interesting.
Which one do we get to? Do we get to see the interesting one first, or do we get to see the other?
Interesting 2 first, and then.
Well, then the one that's not interesting. I like that piano.
What the heck? What happened? I didn't do this. I did not put a background up.
Wow, nice background.
Invisible
What the heck? Hang on. I didn't do this. I haven't touched my computer.
Are you showing your Mountain View house again?
I think they're giving this away on
That's the weirdest thing ever.
That's
Tim,
strange.
you're showing your Mountain
You saw I had
house
both
again.
hands on my computer. I had both hands on this. I didn't touch that. That's really weird. Anyway, here you go. You can learn Morse code.
Oh, dot dash dash. Yeah.
Learn Morse code.
Which
is great. And the great thing about this, check this out. It's a gatefold. Look at this gatefold. well worth.
Oh,
well
wow.
worth
Lots
making
of
this
information
album
there,
a
yeah.
gatefold.
A
Well,
polar bear in a
yeah,
blizzard.
yeah. And it has a book, so you can follow
Oh, you can
along
read along while
and learn
you're
all the
listening.
code.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
great. That's great. Everybody needs Morse code records. They're interesting to me.
Yeah. Hey, I guess
can
it's not
break the
autographed.
code.
And another one. Oh,
I got a test record put out by Popular Science. I had
hey.
no idea they did album test records. This is the first one I've ever seen, and it's volume 2.
Oh,
So you
okay.
need volume 1 first, apparently, before you can use volume 2. But
So what
but
kind of sounds
I
are
have
on them?
volume 2, and it is on Popular Science Records.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
that's good.
So yeah, that's
One
important.
hit parade.
And these records are both minty. You'd never
Yeah.
guess that they weren't played to death, but they weren't.
Mhm.
And then the only reason I really bought, I like that kind of stuff, but I saw this, and I don't like to buy just one thing. The Philip Knott album in a thrift store for 49 cents. I was like, I don't see this in a regular record store, like ever.
No.
If you don't know who he was the lead singer of
Yeah.
Thin
Is that a
Lizzy.
solo album?
This is a solo album
Oh,
from like
okay.
1979.
Okay.
And he died not that long after this, couple
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I found this. I'm looking through all that kind of stuff, and I come across
More
Phil Knott, and I'm just like, what the hell is that?
Warner Brothers.
So I had to pick it up. So then I picked up those two weird things too, since I was buying something. That's it. That's my 3.
Okay.
My 3 interesting finds.
My three sons.
See, Mikey loves Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, Ray,
find that for 50 cents at you know.
Mason, I couldn't.
Yeah, I think he did too. That might even be the second one, to be honest. I'm not sure. I haven't. It's been so long. I think that is the second one, to be honest.
Between Pet Sounds and this album, those two I go back and forth on.
Wild Honey.
Wild Honey's a good one.
I think Wild Honey's phenomenal.
I think Darlin's one of my favorite Beach Boys songs.
Darlin is a very important Beach Boys song for sure.
It's got the original insert.
Oh, the original inner sleeve. You can buy all these other records too.
Oh. Jeff's doing a commercial.
Why does it say Capital 66 when that album came out in December 67? They need to update their.
Well, they messed up.
Inner sleeve.
They only updated their sleeves a couple times a year, usually.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't.
Probably an old one. Yeah.
Well, they need to they needed to be advertising albums that were coming out in 67, not the previous year.
Exactly. Here's that album that Tim and I were
There we
talking
go.
about.
Yeah. The Carl and the Passions album.
That's a great album.
Really
It's really great. It's really great when you hear the uniqueness of the Beach Boys going for a more country rock, early 70s sound.
Yeah.
Brad.
Solo and Soho. That's the first one. That's the second one.
It's like the Blondie and Ricky period was either country rock or the really creative diverseness of Holland.
Brad, show us some Pablo Cruz.
Pablo Cruz?
Yeah.
Might have one album by Pablo Cruz.
You do?
I don't think so, though. I think
why?
You didn't pay more than 50 cents for it, because I can find it at my thrift store every day of the week for 50 cents. And
here you go. Let you look at the light.
I've never bought it.
Oh, Pablo Cruz.
Tell them about the Beatles. You know, the little golden book.
Yeah.
How about Yoko Ono albums?
Oh,
yeah.
Yoko? No, oh no.
Come on, Plum Yoko.
Oh, she's better than Pablo Cruz. Pretty much. I've never seen a Pablo Cruz album in the thrift store. They must have burnt it.
Really? Well, I mean, it's sold so much. I see it all the time. I mean, and they only had one hit. I don't know why the album sold so well.
I've not seen it for a long time. That's Western Union.
I just got this 3 days ago, so I really don't know that much about it. Maybe Mason, you might know more about it.
What's that? Zooming on him there. Deluxe set. Yeah, that did come out in 67, and I've seen that, but I forgot what's on it. And it isn't that like one of those things where it has a couple of their albums packaged together?
Yeah, but I really haven't listened to it. So I mean, I know it's got several records, but the records are just in mint condition. I mean,
all those always are, because box sets are a pain in the butt. How often does anybody play their box sets? They're great to have, but nobody ever plays them.
This is true. But isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, it probably was mail order. Most of that kind of stuff was mail order back.
It looks like a mail order.
Mm-hmm. Or female order.
Might be.
As seen on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a TV mail order.
You
can get all these
or out of a magazine, or in a newspaper or whatever.
Okay.
My brother loved the Beach Boys a lot. I mean, so much so that he went backstage and was with Brian Wilson several times.
The soup of the day is minestrone.
Okay, I'll buy that.
I wish I got his autographs at the time, but I didn't get to them in time. He's passed away, but I mean, his Beach Boys autographs were incredible. I mean, he just, all kinds of pictures with him and Brian Wilson, and it was really neat stuff. But anyway.
Too bad the Beach Boys aren't going to be at the fest. Where is the Beach Boys Fest? Why isn't there a Beach Boys?
It's in Wisconsin this year.
It is.
There actually is one.
Perfect place for it.
I didn't know there was one.
I was thinking it might be in Utah or something.
Yeah, being
although Salt Lake City would make sense, as they did record an entire song about Salt Lake City. And it's a pretty good one too, especially when you listen to the instrumental version and you can really hear Brian's brilliant arrangements through the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah. Starts off, the lyrics are, "When I grow up to be in Salt Lake City."
I do not know what this means. Would I get on the Lewis? What? I don't know what that means. We'll go on to the
I don't know what that means either. We're 2 in a row. I don't know what Guess I'm Dumb on 45 is.
That's cool.
Mike Love comes to Beatle Fest. Nobody lines up.
He's pretty strange, though, Mike Love. He's
Guess I'm Dumb is actually a collaboration that Brian Wilson had done with Glenn Campbell in 1965. Basically, what it is Brian Wilson produced the instrumental track with the Wrecking Crew, and then Glenn Campbell went in and sang on top of it.
Yeah.
It's a good song, actually.
Yeah,
I don't know it. I don't know it. So no, I don't have it. I don't know it. I didn't.
You should look it up, Tim. It's a pretty good one.
I like Glenn Campbell.
No, it existed.
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell, Guess I'm Dumb, 1965.
Glenn Campbell put out some good stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Yes. Everybody, Galveston. Oh, Galveston. Okay.
Yeah, Steve likes to play it play Glenn Campbell on Ski Lodge a lot. Yeah.
Oh, trivia question. Which Beatle knew Manson in the 60s?
Dennis
the Beatle.
I wasn't paying attention. I thought you said Beach Boy. I'm literally back. I'm literally multitasking and being on here and messaging at the same time.
George myself.
Hope you're not driving.
But no, Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys was probably the most I want to say acquainted with Charles Manson for a time.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
It was Melvin.
Oh yeah, yeah. He likes to
I forgot about him.
Cowbell. Yeah.
Good old Melvin.
No, wasn't it Paul? Didn't Paul meet him somewhere?
Paul?
I'm thinking it's Paul, but I could be wrong. But I'm thinking Paul met.
That'll be interesting.
It might have been, could have been, no, that, yeah.
Collaboration: Paul McCartney and Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Yes, it's quite possible. Yes, Dennis was friends with Dennis Wilson.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
but he's not a Beatle though.
No.
But it was a
He's
great Paul McCartney song of Paul doing "Give Me Shelter." That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops.
Give Me Shelter by the Stones.
Yeah.
I know that this needs more Tom Petty talk. So Mason, go.
Tom Petty talk.
Tom.
I like the work that he did with the Heartbreakers for sure.
That's almost everything.
That took care of that.
No.
Are we talking Traveling Wilburys too with Tom Petty, or is it?
Yeah, that'd be good. I have his greatest hits comp. Yeah, I like it.
He was I would say he's probably next to George, my second favorite Wilbury. So
Going into Wilburys now, kids.
I'll tell you what, it sure wasn't Bob Dylan, that's for sure.
Tom Petty was great.
Bob Dylan, in my opinion, is a phenomenal songwriter, but very seldom can I actually get past his voice.
Thank you.
I went to go see him in concert. The only thing I could remember, when we went to the concert, the only thing I could understand was "Thank you very much," and now for my next song. That was it. I couldn't understand it at all.
I like his. I have 3 or 4 of his '60s albums. I like those.
Yeah, I've got a few
stuff. I'm not crazy about.
I've still got those ones found on a spindle. Nobody wants them.
I love Dylan, but that's just me.
Dylan's okay, but I don't know. He kind of wears on you after a while, though.
Mm-hmm.
But being with Traveling Wilburys, he was pretty good in that. But I think Tom Petty was excellent in the Traveling Wilburys. Yeah. I was really glad. And Roy Orbison. It's too bad Roy Orbison didn't live longer, because he would have really made a great contribution.
Mm-hmm. He might have made that second album better, because the second one wasn't that.
Oh good. Yeah, Roy Orbison for sure. Especially because he had a solo album out in what 86 was the last Roy solo album, and it had songs on
this one came out after that.
Well, Roy Orbison did that one, "You Got It,"
Yeah, You Got It.
And then there was one more. I forget what it's called.
You Ain't Got It.
Heartbreak something, I think it was called. It was what he'd been working on when he died. Came out. That's the one that had "I Drove All Night" on it, which Cyndi Lauper also did. That was on the next album.
Laminar Flow?
But
never heard of it.
Yeah, I like Dylan, but I will say there's too much Dylan on the second Wilburys album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you think of the Tom Petty song, "Won't Back Down"?
I bought Mystery Girl, but it wasn't in my bag when I got home.
Somebody got it.
I don't know. I'm sure I had bought it, and stuff in the bag when I got home.
Counter.
But I think as far as Roy Orbison goes, "You Got It" was a really cool song.
Oh yeah, it was excellent.
It's really cool that Roy Orbison, much like George, George, Cloud 9 was the last George album that he saw released, and the album that has "You Got It" on it was, I think, the one of if not the last album that Roy Orbison saw released in his lifetime, and it's so great that the last one they saw they kind of went out with a bang, is what I'm trying to say.
Roy was already gone when that album came out. It came out posthumously.
Oh, posthumously.
Oh,
Yeah, but that album stirred from. There's a great it was on HBO. It's on DVD and stuff.
Oh yeah, that black
Roy
and white
Orbison,
one.
The Black and White Night.
Mhm.
That album
Yeah.
spurned from that album because Roy did this show with this all-star band, and a
Yeah.
lot of those people wound up helping him on Mystery Girl, and that got Roy back up and wanting to do something because he hadn't been doing anything for a long time.
It's kind of like his '68 comeback special.
All these people came out. I mean, it's a great show. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got in his band, he's got Elvis Costello, Tom Waits, Bruce Springsteen, T-Bone Burnett was in his band. Background singers, he's got Jackson Brown, Timothy B. Schmidt, Bonnie Raitt.
Wow, it's amazing you remember them all.
Everybody in that band was somebody. It was like, holy crap, and it was just this great show. And then afterwards, he's like, maybe I should do something. And Elvis Costello offered, had this song called, was it The Crowd? I can't remember. But he rewrote the lyrics, especially for Roy. And he said, you'll be perfect for this. And Roy, he recorded it with Roy, and then the album came from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tim.
Yes, I've heard of Orion. When I was a DJ, we used to get all these weird-looking singles about a guy in a Lone Ranger mask trying to sound like Elvis.
Was he right up there with
Orion? Yeah, they always came on colored vinyl, so maybe people
orange and yellow and
I never got them, believe it or not.
The 45s were on yellow vinyl too, I think.
Yeah.
Well, if I had a name like Jimmy Ellis, I'd change it to Orion.
Orion, yeah.
And one of the albums is a duets album, and it was it wasn't the first time, but it was one of the first times where they would take an old record and put him on it, similar to what Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole did.
Oh.
But the first one I know of was in the 60s with Hank Williams and Hank Williams Jr. There was an album in the 60s, and they did the best they could, but in the 60s, they didn't have the technology to pull it off. By the 70s, it was better. And then by the 80s, when Natalie Cole did it.
They really tried.
Yes. These days, they just used AI.
Oh, yeah, it's done.
Just recreate them from computers. Whatever. We're soon to have a new Bing Crosby.
I forget what that song's called. Is it The Crowd? It's he. Like I said, he changed the lyrics, but he didn't change the title. But I remember it has to do with him losing his girl, and he's on top of a Ferris wheel when it happens. It's weird. It's an interesting song, but I haven't heard it in a long time.
That's interesting.
Where did Brad go? Is he hunting up something?
He's got more stuff.
More stuff. Brad!
Brad's back.
The Comedian. That's it, Christian. Okay. The Comedian is the song.
The Comedian.
All right. Mason probably got these as well, but I think these were good value.
As a matter of fact, I do have those, Brad. I mentioned earlier that I do have the twofers, and I do have that exact twofer.
Yeah, these are
today
great.
And Summer Days and Summer Nights. The cool thing about the Capitol ones, though, versus the Warner Reprise ones, is that though the Capitol ones, those are actually reissues of ones that they did in the early 90s, and those specific ones that you have there, Brad, they added bonus tracks.
Yeah. Just nice. Yeah, thanks for the help on that, Mason. I appreciate it, definitely. But I tried to pick up as many of these, the two ones, as I could.
Okay, so that Surfer Girl one is probably that's from the 90s. But the Today and Summer Days and Summer Nights is from 2001.
Okay, and then there's that one.
That one's from 2001. The easy way to tell is if they have the clear spines rather than the black spines. Those are later ones.
Oh, okay. Oh, good to know. Yeah, because then that's a later one as well.
Yeah. And like I said, Brad, it's really cool. It's really better for your shelf when you get 2 albums on one disc.
Yeah.
It allows for more shelf space.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, a Beach Boys complete box set of all of their studio albums would be
This
better for
one's not
shelf
as great
space.
though. Never was too much of a fan of this one. It's okay, this one, but it's I mean this one is by far the best.
Yeah, I think probably one of the best things going for all summer long is I Get Around.
Yeah.
Well, I like the title track. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, all summer long, the title track, that too was good.
Yep.
And Wendy was a pretty cool song too, but not that wild about Little Honda, to be honest.
I need that. That wasn't in print long enough.
This one?
Oh, that was pretty cool. I wish
I have it on vinyl, but vinyl is just the album, and that has like 4 times as many tracks on it.
Yeah, I've got it on vinyl as well, but the CD, yeah, you're right, has a lot more.
Vinyl does.
Yeah.
But I know Mason's probably got all of these. I'm just showing them for fun.
I wouldn't buy that one. It's got no goats on the cover.
I mean, the 45s I've got promo 45s, Beach Boys, and fan club issue ones that are from the fan club, which are kind of neat.
Was that one Smiley Smiling Wild Honey? That last one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's also an 01 release because, like I said, the clear spine. And I think the original versions of those from the early 90s didn't have the bonus tracks that those do. I think that's another thing, if I'm correct on that.
For those that haven't been
collected, I want that, Brad. I want that. Can you give me the location of where you acquired that from? Because I cannot find a copy of that on Amazon.
Really?
That's the one that's the 1987, I think, that has Good Vibrations on
it. Go to eBay. Nothing stays in print anymore. You're not going to find it on Amazon.
It's quite often.
I mean, like, how did I find Spirit of America from around that same time on CD on Amazon, but not Endless Summer?
So what's different on this one, did you say?
Well, on the original 1974 vinyl, the album ends with All Summer Long, but but when they did that, when they released it on CD for the first time in I think 87, something like that, they added Good Vibrations.
Oh, okay.
It was a bonus track.
Bonus track, boys.
I like bonus tracks.
This one's pretty sad, but I'll show it anyway.
Oh, that one makes me cry.
I know. Me too when I got it.
I wish I could take it back. Can I get my money back? Ah!
That was for Doc's benefit.
Pewy.
Oh.
I've got the box set. Yeah, I got the box set.
The Pet Sounds box set that's over there.
Why?
Those are just CDs.
Because it's fantastic. It's the greatest album ever made. This is the box set.
I feel so big all of a sudden.
You look huge.
It's so tiny, little me.
Oh, you want to be tiny now? Okay. You be tiny, Brad, now.
Can I give a CD rule of thumb that some people might not realize? You're looking at CDs. If it's got a clear spine, where it opens up, whatever you call that little thing,
spine,
where the cover is. If it's clear and it's got artwork behind it, chances are that's a remastered CD. If it has a black one of those things, chances are it's not a remastered.
Yeah,
CD.
because
if it has a clear thing with no artwork behind it, chances are it's still not a remastered CD.
Well, the way I tell, similarly to what Tim just said, if it's a CD with like a black spine, I usually just assume that it's either from the 80s or up to like the mid 90s, because I think it was like the mid or late 90s when they started doing the clear spine.
93 is when they started remastering everything, about 93.
But if you have the ones that have the
but
clear spine, it's also a Robert P. Productions though
but
too.
but the thing is,
Mm.
a lot of they stopped using those black things. A lot of companies did, like Columbia. So there's lots of like Springsteen CDs out there with a clear thing, but it's still white. There's no art
Simple,
behind it.
yeah.
And if there's no art behind it, or it's not remastered, they just took the old CDs and put them in a new
What does
case,
it
and there
mean
you
if it's a
go.
white
Trying to
spine?
fool people, maybe.
What does a white spine mean?
Same as a black.
It's it's a it's been
Doesn't matter
slow.
what color it is. It's not. They started using clear when they started remastering. Just as a general rule, it's not 100% or anything, but 75% probably at least is. But if, like I said, a lot of Columbias especially went to the clear spines, but they weren't remastering anything.
They
So
look cool.
it looks like it might be remastered, but it's not. It's just in a clear spine case.
Oh, Brad, do you
Yes,
have the Smile box set?
I do.
I wish I
do?
had that. That has been out of print, and the last time I tried to check to even get just the LP of the regular album from that box set, I tried to get that on Amazon alone, and the cost was like well over $100. I'm like,
Oh, I sold my used copy for $130.
now that's separate from the box set. That's just the regular LP.
Yeah, no, that was just that it's sold separately as an album. And
Yeah.
I saw what it was going for, and I'm like, once an album gets that pricey, I'm not going to play it anymore. It's too expensive
I've got
to
the
play.
Smile
No,
album.
I sell them usually because there's no point in me having it. If I'm not going to play it, I might as well let somebody else have it.
But the box set's
What's wrong with the
to have.
Beatles mono box? It's gotten too pricey to play.
And I was back when I purchased this on CD. I was a bit concerned because I was hearing things at the time from videos that I was watching about this set on YouTube that you got to be careful from where you're buying it from, and you got to pay attention to small little details because you might actually be getting a fake. You might not be getting the real deal.
No,
But
if
I
you're
lucked
getting
out.
a fake and you know you're getting a fake,
I
it's
lucked
fine
out.
because it'll be
I lucked
cheap.
out and actually got a authentic version of the US albums box set. I think I like 2021 or something like that was when I got it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because
but you got the one nobody
I
wants.
remember that I went on here and I asked a bunch of you Beatle experts. I'm like, okay, what are the signs that this is not a legit release? And I showed you guys the box set, and you're like, oh no, that's legit.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
I'd still rather have the one that came in the 2 long boxes. I'd much rather have that.
Well, yeah, better. They use the original mixes, but at the same time,
What's
at the
the
same
point of
time, they
having
left
the
out a
US
Hard Day's
albums
Night.
if the
They
UK
left out a
mixes
Hard Day's
are
Night,
great?
Revolver, and Yesterday and Today. So it's kind of necessary to have this set, which has those.
Well, no, because they sold them separately. I bought them separately, but
And
it's
that's
still not
true.
the US mixes, so it's still there's no
That
point.
that is true.
But there were a lot of people that I saw on YouTube that did, find them for a good price, the CD box set, and then they end up getting them, and they're all blurry, and they're, like, you think this is a bootleg?
I have
It's like,
I have
yes.
I have a lot of boots, but I knew there were boots buying them, but they were dirt cheap. So
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for me, do I want to spend $300 for a real one plus shipping, or 45 including shipping for a fake one? I took the 45. I'm sorry, it's just so much cheaper, and they're going to sound the same. That's all I care about. But FYE for a long time was selling counterfeit Beatles stuff.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, I got a help and maybe a revolver too that are counterfeit from FYE, and they were selling
Wow.
a bunch of it.
A good thing they're out of business.
Yeah,
They're probably caught, and that's probably what killed them. Like,
Well,
so-
they definitely were caught at some time. At one point, you walked into FBI or FYE, and about a third of their whole store was unauthorized albums. A lot of these live sets and blah blah blah, which are okay in the rest of the world, they're just not okay in America. But they got
Wow.
and one day I walked in and it was all gone, and I'm like, "Oop, they got caught."
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I really should mute that. Sorry, guys.
Coffee's
I mean,
ready.
for all I know, they didn't know even, for all I know, they didn't have anybody smart enough in the company to even know that this.
Didn't they have a little thing across the front that says counterfeit?
Yeah.
No.
Like where it says used, they've got counterfeit.
One of the record stores
No,
I
but
used to go to, they had to close up. They got caught because they were buying used albums and they were resealing them. They bought one of those resealer for vinyl, and they got in trouble.
That's not good.
Yeah, they got in big trouble for doing that. So
That's not good.
they closed up. Plus, they were smoking pot in the back room.
That's not good either.
Yeah. So why does my partridge family smell like? It's pure.
Oh, Tim's breaking up.
I'm looking for something, but you know what? I don't think it's. I think it's in this pile over here. Give me a second.
Okay.
Tim Allen is busy hunting up something.
Here's one that Doc would like.
Ooh, what is that? Wait. Hang on. What's that?
You see monkeys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's Mickey.
Monkeys in concert, yeah.
Now that was when I saw them. Did they have the monkeys in Oklahoma City? On that, they have everything.
Oh.
Yes.
August of Oklahoma City.
Look at four discs in there.
Yes.
No.
Maybe that fixed that.
I was there.
It's one.
Mm-hmm.
It is one, but it's got a lot of stuff.
It's got a lot of stuff.
Really a lot of stuff.
Mason, I've got a Best of the Beach Boys promo DVD of all their promo videos. That's kind of cool too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
Very pretty.
Also have the laser disc of.
Wait, Tim has a story.
Okay.
Counterfeit. Want to know the easiest way to tell?
How?
No CD?
No.
It's got Charles Manson.
The picture should continue right there, and this shouldn't be blank either.
Ooh.
This should be blank, and the picture should be continued in right here.
Hmm.
And it's not.
Is your CD blurry or is it clear? Because sometimes the CDs, when they're blurry, that's a giveaway.
Help is weird. No help is that clear. This is about as clear as help gets, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, have you heard the original?
But
have you heard the help mono mix? It's horrible.
Well, on album, yes. I've told this story many times of why that is, but I'll tell it again if you want. There's a reason.
Oh, please, Uncle Tim, tell us the story.
Yes.
It will make me small, and I'll tell the story.
It's a rare example of the stereo being better than the mono.
Well, the stereo isn't good either. The stereo's worse on the American help. Okay, here's what they did.
No, I'm just talking about
They were in a hurry. They were in a hurry to release help, so they called EMI and said, "We want the master now," and they're like, "We haven't even finished the stereo yet," and they're like, "Just send us the mono." So EMI dubbed off a copy of the mono mix and sent it to Capitol. Capitol took it. Dave Dexter took it, added his famous reverb, and made a duophonic stereo mix. That awful, bleh, right? Mm-hmm. So he does this to it. So he gets the stereo version, and now they need a mono version. Do they use the tape they were sent? No. They take the duophonic stereo mix that they just did, and they dub that down into mono. Horrible. And so Help is the worst sounding Beatle album. Worse than Magical Mystery Tour. It's
I'm the
worst
British
song
one, anyway.
in America.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
why.
Tim, you should make videos talking about this stuff. People would listen.
I may have if you go back a long ways. But there used to be this guy. I learned this from this guy Dean. That used to be in the VC a long time ago.
Oh,
No.
Don't. Now, if you had a copy of what's it? If you had a copy of Sergeant Pepper, I wouldn't mind you doing that to that.
No.
No, as if. No.
I'm joking, of course, on that. But in my opinion, yes, Magical Mystery Tour, in my opinion, is more enjoyable as a listen for me just than Sergeant Pepper.
Really?
Well, it's a hit comp. I mean, Magical Mystery Tour is a hit comp, really.
For the longest time, I tried so hard to believe that Sergeant Pepper was this brilliant masterpiece, but it's just kind of expected that it is. So it kind of takes all the fun away for me.
It's groundbreaking. Music would never be the same afterwards.
Pepper broke all records everywhere and still does to this day. I mean, it still stands out in the top albums of all times.
You know, I kept trying to look for when they say that Pepper was influenced by Pet Sounds.
Oh, hardly.
I keep trying to look for that in Pepper, and the biggest example off the top of my head that I can think of is She's Leaving Home.
No, the biggest influence on Pepper is all the animal sounds on it. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
For me, lyrically, it was always She's Leaving Home.
Yeah, no, Pepper was just so far ahead of everything. It's amazing. I mean, listening to the mono Pepper, the original. I mean, I've got the UK original mono, and that the sound of that is so much better than any copy out there. I mean, it even surpasses the Japanese voice.
Especially on headphones. I always, everybody talks about those 2009 stereo remasters of the Beatles albums being so horrible sounding, and I think one of the worst examples of it is their treatment of the 2009 stereo remaster of Pepper.
Yeah.
I don't think they're horrible sounding. I think they're way better sounding than the 87
sound totally different than the American stuff, though. American pressings, I think the Beatles really got taken with the American stuff because the Capitol stuff sounds horrible as opposed to any other country.
It doesn't at all. Beatles 65 sounds really good. Beatles 65 is the best early sounding Beatle album.
Yeah,
except for I Feel Fine and She's a Woman. It's the only album, the rest of it's in true stereo. And they're really good mixes on stereo. I mean, that album sounds really good.
But if you hear the German copy of Beatles 65, that blows that one away, definitely.
It might, but the American Beatles 65 sounds really good.
Yeah. I mean, the UK ones were just so much better. I mean, I've kind of heard that. And,
Yeah, you're getting dupes, and then you got Dave Dexter reverbing everything to death, not caring if it's mono or stereo, creating fake stereo because gotta be stereo, so we'll do. It's just but you got to remember the times. People were playing them mostly on little mono turntables that cost $30 at Sears. And they were considered disposable. You'd play a record for 6 months and then you were expected to throw it away and buy something else. I mean, it was just considered disposable back.
You buy something new.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly. I want the new Donny Osmond record.
So, and albums were mixed for those turntables too, without a lot of bass.
You buy this album.
Gip.
What is it with you guys in the Partridge Family?
Come on, get happy. Yes.
That's the only song they have going for them.
Who invited this guy anyway?
Tim, do you like Joe Meek's work? He's a great producer.
I've been getting into Joe Meek lately. If anybody's interested in Joe Meek's work, Astro, there's a 17-minute video on YouTube of his later stuff when he was getting into freak beat just before he killed himself, like the 2 years before he killed himself. It's really interesting stuff if you like garage rock and heavier kind of. Joe Meek was an interesting guy. And then there's another video, I just found this out. Cherry Red bought the Joe Meek T-Chest tapes, which were basically everything Joe Meek recorded. He just put them in T-chests. And there was like, I don't know, 50, 75, 100 T-chests that were in his apartment when he died. And some guy bought them cheap because they were cheap because Joe Meek was dead, and the lawyer that was handling it said, I can sell you the tapes, but I can't sell you the rights because that's going to be tied up in legal battles for years and years and years. So you can have the tapes, and you can listen to them, but I'm going to sell them to you basically as blank tapes because I can't ever get you the rights. And it's taken all this time. In 2020, Cherry Red bought the T-Chest tapes, and they've been having them transferred ever since. There's like 1,800 hours or something of music on these. So eventually Cherry Red's going to be putting out some really good Joe Meek box sets.
I brought this up when I first came on, but Tim wasn't here at the time, and I know he's a fan of this group. Tim, what do you think about that 2023 Move compilation that came out?
I didn't even know there was a 2023 Move compilation.
Well, that's answers that question.
Yeah, I discovered it when I was running a search on the streaming service to see if they had had added any Move songs to their service, because for a while there it was Shazam and Looking On? Is that what it's called? It was those two albums, and then that was it. They didn't have Message from the Country. They didn't have the first Move album. And I was looking to see if they had added those. And I caught my eye with this compilation that was released last year. And I'm going through the set list, and I'm like, okay, this is great because these are some songs that I can now listen to wherever I'm at. When I'm out of the house, when I'm on the move, I can listen to these songs. Like pretty much half of the first Move album was on this compilation. And I'm like, that's great. That's amazing. But I'm trying to I try to do some further researching to find out if Rhino put it out.
I think Tim is doing some research right now. Everybody, let's do some stomping.
Yeah.
I the right to love you.
No, that's that group that had the female drummer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Honeycombs had a female drummer. I remember them.
Now Doc gets a strike for singing.
Yeah.
I found what I was looking for.
Yeah.
This is a fairly recent invention. It's called a Walkman, and you can put a CD in it and listen to it wherever you are. I just know about
wow.
I got one of those.
Explain yourself.
You don't have to stream. You have to worry about having internet wherever you are, and you can just
yeah. But I used to have those CD players when I was a kid, but wasn't it always an issue? Like whenever any slight movement was caused to it, it would just
they have buffering. They have buffering. These things are great. But anyway, that was just my little joke.
Oh yeah.
Really, I don't like the middle years for the Move. I like the early stuff, and then I like when they were becoming ELO. I like that stuff. When they became sort of like a rock band from
all that most of these streaming services have had is the Shazam album and Looking On. I'm like, where's the first album? Where's Message from the Country?
That last stuff, a lot of people don't know. The last Move album was recorded in the same sessions as the first ELO album. They would record a track and go, okay, this is a Move track. And then they record another track and go, we'll save that one for ELO.
Yeah, because Roy Wood was still a part of ELO with that first album.
So
Hi,
it's the
Jeff.
same. It's the same sessions. The last Move album and the first ELO album come from the exact same.
Yeah, Tim, check.
recording.
Let me turn this thing off because I'm going to show a demonstration of this.
I'm jealous of that fact.
Check this out. You never seen this around?
Oh, that one.
What is
Never
it?
seen it
No.
That's
before.
in rarities.
No.
Oh, that's a British CD, I think.
But it came out
Mhm.
last year,
Yeah.
according to this. And just here's some of the track selections that are on it.
Mhm.
A lot of stuff from the first album, like Cherry Blossom Clinic, Fire Brigade, Walk Upon the Water, Blackberry Way, Yellow Rainbow. It's like, this is the stuff I've been missing on the streaming services. All right, I could add this stuff to my playlist. Let's go.
It doesn't have Sugar on it.
Which one are you looking for?
Sugar.
I don't think the Move ever did Sugar.
No, it doesn't have that on there.
Oh, it's a bad comment.
It's got the Moves version of "Do Ya" before Jeff Lynne and
Yeah,
ELO ruined
that's
it.
from recorded at the same sessions as the first ELO album, but they made it a Move song.
And of course, naturally, it has "Flowers in the Rain." That was like one of their biggest hits. How could that not be on a greatest hits compilation?
And my two favorite Move songs are two of their biggest hits: "Flowers in the Rain" and "I Can Hear the Grass Grow."
Flowers in the Dirt.
Favorite Move songs. But going back to Joe Meek for a second, I didn't know this. I saw in one of the documentaries that early on. Joe Meek worked with Tom Jones before he signed to Decca, and I have these 3 Tom Jones songs from this compilation album. And I found before the Decca stuff, and I found out they're Joe Meek songs. These are Joe Meek produced tunes.
Why am I still big when I'm not showing anything?
Yeah, because look at it. It looks like you're in a windstorm.
Or else you're having a muscle spasm in your shoulder.
Yeah, I know. I'd call a doctor if I were you.
Doctor.
You know, I do have to agree with Paulina here. Smile is more innovative than Pepper. I get blown away every time I hear Cabinessence Wonderful, Surf's Up, Heroes and Villains, and Fire. Yes, all of those selections are true, but here's a couple honorable mentions. Do You Like Worms still blows my fucking mind.
Oh. Hey, careful.
Now we just got YouTube kicked off.
Family show here.
What do you think of this one, Mason?
Wait.
Yeah, I got a couple words about that. First and foremost, the Sweet Insanity versions of those songs were better. If you've heard those on YouTube, or picked up a nice bootleg.
I didn't think much of it outside of being Paul McCartney's on. I mean, that's interesting, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean the collaborations he did with Eric Clapton.
I don't know if it's that good.
Were pretty good.
Okay.
It's an okay album. I just think that's an album that's got a lot of stuff on it that is re-recordings of original versions that were better.
This is different. I mean, this is pretty common, but I just thought that was kind of odd.
Oh, that was
that's good. That's
television special.
Yeah, that's cool because that has the songs from that 1977 Christmas album that they were gonna put out but got rejected by.
That's pretty much
Christmas. I thought it was something else.
Yeah.
Everything Christmas they ever did, including the single version of Little Saint Nick was on there.
Yeah.
Here's a great bootleg.
They put a lot of work into that.
I would show Mason my favorite Brian Wilson album, but I think he'd be mad at me. So
I like Smile a lot, but I don't think it surpasses Pepper. I mean, it's good. It's real good. I think Wild Honey's better, but Smile is fantastic.
Yeah, Lonely Joe is the song that clued me in. That he worked with Joe Meek. I never knew that. I know Lonely Joe.
I get a headache reading these things.
Oh, you can read that one. That's
I can
long.
read it, but I'm not happy with it. No. All 4, 10 out of 10. Really? Really?
It's Doc. I think it's the best album ever made. So yeah, I would give
No,
it 10 out of 10. It's my favorite album.
People don't like Pet Sounds just because Joe
no,
brainwashed
I don't
everybody
like it
into.
because that's awful.
Oh, Pet Sounds is terrific.
No, I tried listening to that Smile thing and I turned it off. I couldn't stand it anymore.
It didn't make you smile, huh?
And Smile
No.
is close. So I like
No.
Pet Sounds better than Smile, but not by that much.
No, they should have called it Groan or something. It's just,
Maybe
if I had
have
that,
that Beach Boys documentary on Laserdisc.
if only I had that thing like a Smile is like a bunch of notes in no particular order or something.
Yeah.
The melodies on Smile are fantastic. If Brian would have finished it originally, I think it could have been better than Pet Sounds.
I actually found Brian Wilson's Smile at Goodwill a few months ago, and I really like it.
Yeah, I have that, and I almost like it. But if he could still sing like he could sing in '67, I think it would be better than the Beach Boys version.
Right.
But because vocally it's not as good, I tend to go.
But with the power of AI technology, it can be.
No, get out of here with that.
I'm of course messing with you guys on that one.
I was in my local Goodwill and I kept thinking of Tim. Tim, I kept thinking of you every time I go in there, and I'm flipping through the CDs and I'm like, this is just junk. I don't know how Tim ever finds anything.
I haven't found a CD. Well, I found one a few months ago, whatever that was, Doc, when I showed a bunch of CDs. But that's the last time.
I remember that.
I haven't found anything since then in CDs. And well, you're not looking. You gotta find. You gotta go. Okay, I'll take a test record. That's cool. You know, you gotta.
Or Morse code record, but you have to go every day because they.
That's the thing too, and I didn't go in a few days, so I got a feeling when I saw that Philip Lynott album, I got a feeling I probably missed some good stuff because I hadn't gone this week.
Hello, Dusty.
Hey, Dusty. I hadn't gone this week, so I had a feeling that I missed some stuff.
This might be my next video, Doc.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta make you big.
Who is it?
Who is it? It's Sarah Evans.
Yeah, but look at the CD.
Oh my God! Oh no! Oh.
Did you run over it?
No,
I think it's been left out on a dashboard.
Or did your dog get a hold of it?
It's been cold here, so I got my heater, like a little space heater, running, and the CD was sitting behind it.
Oh wow!
Awesome! Good job.
There you go.
Neat. Wow.
But the great thing about CDs is the disc is probably okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You just change out the disc.
Just about be salvaged. You could probably put it in another case, and that'd be okay.
But it makes it fun to show. It's like, look what Buddy did to my CD.
Oh,
crunching on it.
Buddy.
Crunch.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, CD's okay, but still, it just melted it up really nice. But I thought I'd show you that because as Doc.
That's right there. Okay, you need to replace the jewel case on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a joke,
you think so?
As a joke, go buy
Brad,
Beatles album.
Yeah.
Brad,
put it in that jewel case.
I got a couple empty jewel cases over there. If you're interested, I could send them to you.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it, but I got some in the back there.
Oh, okay. I was going to say because
this happened yesterday, and so I thought it would make a great video for Doc.
That's a video.
Don't do that.
As Doc says, now that's a video.
Yeah.
祈りましょう。
マクドナルド限定夢のベアブリック。皆さん応募しましょうや。トロットットット。
There you go.
Oh,
Now, are those the Japanese Happy Meal toys?
I presume
Okay, look like it. Yeah.
we need those.
Mason has changed clothing.
To what?
Nah, just put on a hat.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't
wardrobe change.
I really don't care for going hatless because my haircut doesn't look good without a hat.
Yeah, I know. I have the same feeling.
Yeah.
Yep,
I know. I got to get a haircut very soon too.
me too.
Yeah, look at all the gray in there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Oh, Hashiwa.
What the hell is that?
Ooh, sound like a
Yeah.
guy with the samurai sword.
Those meals don't seem so yappy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy.
Yappy. Mhm.
Yappy.
I was gonna say, yeah, buy it now and get free Godzilla toy.
That's right.
Oh no, you get those like little bear things, bear bricks, whatever they call them. Oh, we got one. We can get them now at the local McDonald's.
I'm sure you can go on eBay and find Japanese Godzilla Happy Meal toys.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
good enough.
And you pay a
Like,
pretty
they're-
price.
Be kind of expensive, but you know.
Like
But if you want them, get them. Hey,
49 cents, but it's $99 shipping.
yeah, for
Yeah.
$1.85 and $30 shipping from
I got
Yokohama.
today.
Yes,
Hurry to your post office.
and if you buy it now,
You can buy it today.
mhm.
Oh, Robert T is here. Hunter's finally asleep. What did I miss?
Robert, come on up.
Do you like the Beach Boys, Robert T? That's about all that's been going on.
We have to whisper. Hunter's asleep.
Yeah.
We can't
Oh,
wake up
yeah.
Hunter. Be quiet. 'Cause Hunter's asleep.
Very
Uh,
quiet. We're
Well,
on
Robert
the
T's gonna watch again tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine.
Keep him busy tomorrow.
Mhm.
Well, Hunter goes to school. Oh wait, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah,
There's school tomorrow.
unless it snowed in.
Tomorrow's our big snowstorm tomorrow too.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
Mhm.
So. Yeah, but
I feel it.
where
What is
Robert T is, it
Storms
shouldn't
where
be
you are?
too much for too much.
Mhm.
I think Doc will be doing a video.
Be
I will?
outside in the snow. I'm measuring the
The
snow. Yeah.
How about
great.
he got his red
I
and
can
blue?
come up and show it
Japan?
sometime. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Yes,
Very, very, very nice.
very nice. What's that? Yeah. Bye bye.
And now it's more blackness. From
It's like
Little
dark
Brad.
on the side of town. Dark,
That
That means he's just straightening
Everybody's
stuff
going
up.
away now.
Yeah. Beatle Brad straightening stuff up, putting stuff back.
Hello.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Oh, Doc, I meant to ask you. Did you see yesterday the sad and heartbreaking news? The latest. Because I know you love these things.
Well, there was one I saw that.
Oh, who died again?
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was
Well,
just
no, this was a death. This was a reported death
died
yesterday,
again?
and I'm like,
Who was
give
it
me
this
a
time?
break. It was Mike Wolf from American Pickers. The sad,
wow,
did he
tragic death of
Mm.
Mike Wolf. Yeah,
I didn't know
Mike
that.
Wolf is very much alive. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
he's inhaling that stain for all that furniture.
Anyway, go ahead, Doc.
No, the one I saw had the thumbnail of this little white sand island with a dog on it. This dog has been trapped on this island for 15 years with I don't know how many million views. I'm like, stop it. There's no way a dog could survive on a little island that's about
No,
6
if
foot
you
around.
can take a picture of it, you can get it. Can't
Yeah.
ya? I mean,
You go fishing, jump out in the
Come on now.
water, get him a fish or something. Yeah.
So like they got a
Or
picture of the
crab.
dog, and they're like, I'm stuck on this island. It's been 15 years. Somebody come and get me.
Oh,
Like,
gosh.
shut up.
No
But
palm
yeah,
trees or nothing.
the latest sad news to report is Mike Wolf died. Sure, whatever.
Aw, I liked that show.
He didn't die, Brad. It's just these stupid videos that people make to get a million
I know.
views.
Yeah. I heard you say he didn't die, but I was trying to milk it.
Fine.
I think
I
I
was just
saw
trying to-
one last week of Michael Douglas dying.
Oh, Michael Douglas is dead now.
Yeah, he died too.
I keep
did
getting
he?
this one
Oh,
with
that's a shame.
John Wayne with this big red blotch.
He actually did. What he did?
No, Michael Douglas.
My favorite
moments
ones.
ago, you're so sad. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite ones are like moments ago. It said to report that Doris Day died. You know, when she's been dead for 10 years already. Those are my
they're
favorite
still
ones.
talking about Florence
People that have
Henderson.
been dead for 10 years.
Wait, Doris Day died?
Yes.
Yeah. She was
She
close to
was
100.
in her mid 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a surprise.
I mean, que sera, sera, you know.
I thought she was. Well, I mean, it did bring a little tear to my eye reading about Glynis John's passing because Mary Poppins is a
She was
classic.
100. Yeah. No, she did die. She lived 100 years old.
Yes.
And aren't you kind of looking at like Dick Van Dyke and Mel Brooks and a few?
I swear, Dick Van Dyke had better not be next.
Oh no!
He's gonna be soon. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke is pretty smart.
But he's for his age, he's in pretty good health for his age.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, but still, you don't know.
98, yeah.
Me and DC were just watching a podcast. That's where I was. Material Issues, and they were doing. David Bash does his top 25 albums of the year, and they're all things that most people never heard of. That's why he does it.
Right.
But two people that had albums out in 2023 have since passed.
Oh, really?
I mean, you can die anytime. You don't know. I mean, and one woman, I forget her name, but owned the label that she was on, along with a bunch of other bands and everything. Just had a massive heart attack and died.
Sure.
You can die any day, at any time.
Not from the little quirks.
No.
We're not guaranteed tomorrow. That's for sure.
Because you guys were talking about Doris Day, they always do a thing about Florence Henderson. She just passed away, and she's been dead for a dozen years.
Oh yeah, so's Doris Day.
Yeah,
Mike Smith just said she died in 2018. I thought it was before that, but maybe it was that recent. But still sad. I love Doris Day.
Hey Doc.
Hi.
I got more vinyl that I just got in.
You do?
Oh, yeah, we've got some time left.
Would you show us, please?
It's not Beatles, but it got these.
Finally, you hit albums in them. Yeah.
It's the original masters. What did it sound
like? Love that album.
Yeah, good album.
That's the guy in Ringo's band, right? Just kidding. Yeah. Just kidding. Just a joke.
Yoko?
Joke.
I know it's good.
And Al Stewart.
What's that? The Year of the Dinosaur?
No, he sang Maggie May. Just joking.
And now Pablo Cruz.
Pablo Cruz.
Oh no, we have.
Pablo
He's got one.
That was a good guess.
I could see it there.
Do you want to do it again, Doc?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Pablo Cruz.
Yeah, koozies. Yeah.
How's that?
That's a thumbnail.
That make you happy?
Yes.
Yes. The next question is why.
It would if it wasn't Pablo Cruz. Oh, that's the guy that sang "Year of the Cat." Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
He just had a birthday though.
Original master recording.
Yeah, he's 79, and it's
what? Spyro
Gyra
Gyra.
jazz.
Spyro Gyra.
Yeah, it's like a jazz album.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good
real
album.
peek into
They
there.
made music with rubber bands, I think.
Yeah. And it's
Cover this one up, but this is
John
the next one.
Gustendorf or John Denver.
Sorry about the glare. But the reason I got this was because it's signed. The guy that lives in my town he wrote about 45 different John Denver songs. So he was a writer for John Denver. I mean, he still collects copyrights for.
And then Robert P has Spyro Gyra.
And there's Supertramp. It's a great album. Early days.
This is a fantastic album.
That album's a crime.
Yeah.
Then I got this because Lisa should be showing up at the house sometime.
And make her autograph it. Stick it in her face and say, autograph it.
Autograph this.
You better come here. I've got your album.
Please.
Then I got this as double album, but it's colored vinyl.
Okay.
Is that like really early stuff? That looks really early. Is that like really early stuff?
Yeah,
very early.
Looks awful happy on the back.
But it's 2 record set, but it's colored vinyl. I haven't even opened it
Yeah,
yet.
no, Light in the Attic does good work. I like Light in the Attic. That's who put that out.
But I thought I'd show you some different stuff instead of
That's interesting stuff, yes.
Well.
And now for something completely different.
I know that Lee Hazelwood record's got that famous hit on it, I Shot My Horse.
Lee Hazelwood's?
I shot my horse, I feel so down. I can't
I
do
like
it
Lee Hazelwood. I've got his 45 box set that came out on Light in the Attic a few years ago.
Oh wow, that's neat.
It's Lee Hazelwood production, so he's got one or two things on it, but it's other artists.
Come to my attention that dinner is ready, so this is where I part.
Okay. Have a good night.
Wow.
Thanks for having me on.
See you later.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, Mason.
See you, Mason.
See you later, Mason.
Hi, Mason.
Take care.
And it's Doc. Hey.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. No.
I'd like to find a Lee Hazelwood comp with his duets with
gone.
Nancy Sinatra. There's probably one out there.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
there
there's a Nancy and Lee, and it's on CD. Rhino put it out. It might be slightly pricey now, but it's not. It shouldn't be too bad.
Does it have some of her solo hits too, or just Nancy and Lee stuff?
That's just the Nancy and Lee. Just has Nancy and Lee on it.
Okay.
I like the Nancy stuff too. That's
the
great.
best of Nancy Sinatra has one or two of the Lee songs.
Because I want some that weird morning or whatever, Velvet Morning, and I want.
Yeah, that's on the Nancy and Lee comp.
That's kind of a.
It's time to find it.
I remember that.
Tim's
song.
up now. I
I
started
actually
something.
remember that song. Yeah, hearing it. What is this? You know. They did some good. They did some good duets.
Should I open?
Okay.
Should I? Yeah, that's a good one.
This looks just like the Nancy and Lee album, but it's not. This covers till like 71 or something like that. Then they did one more album after that, but that one's really hard to find.
I've got a 45. I've got a 45 of that cover.
And then here's her regular, just greatest hits on Rhino. I think there's only one or two duets with Lee Hazelwood on this.
Good old Nancy.
Yeah. Rhino. Love Rhino.
I like Nancy Sinatra.
Okay.
Robert P's cranking out the Burt Canford. Ooh.
Okay.
Should I open this on Doc's channel?
You can make
wait,
me
what
small.
have you got? What have you got?
What you
Should I
got?
open this on Doc's channel?
Oh, because it's sealed?
Yeah, we have a little time left.
It depends. Do you want to open it or leave it sealed?
Up to you.
I don't know. I think I might open it, but I don't know if you guys want to see it.
Go ahead. We have a few minutes.
Leave it sealed?
Maybe there's a poster in there or something.
Should I wait until we have more time?
I'll say yes because
we got like
coming up on like 5 minutes left.
We can open it up on Sunday.
Yeah, I can do that.
Beatle Brad and his album.
Lee Hazel.
Come back on Sunday. We might have a grand opening.
A grand opening.
Probably only have about 3 people watching right now.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. Oh, got the Nancy and Lee album for $3. Wow.
Yeah, you can find it. And that's the best one if you're just gonna get one, is the one that looks like that, but it's not.
Yeah, that's true. Did that record store seal it, Brad?
What's that?
That Lee Hazelwood, was that the redone, resealed
Was
or
it
whatever?
No,
No.
that's it's a fairly recent reissue. I don't know if it's that recent. Here,
No,
this is what I was talking about.
Okay.
Let's see, what's that one?
What is that one?
Oh, wow.
You turned my head around. Was that Bobby Sherman?
No,
Oh,
it's
that's
Lee
Lee.
Hazelwood.
Oh, he's changed.
Change.
And it's got a nice magnetic flap on the top of the
Ooh,
bottom.
that's different. Ooh.
Nice, satisfying.
That's a neat box set.
And yeah, it comes with a puzzle, a Lee Hazelwood puzzle.
Yeah, Lee Hazelwood puzzle.
No way.
You have to put that on the wall someday.
And a little book,
And a booklet too.
I think this was on the flap. No, this is a booklet. I guess it's not.
The puzzle looks really hard to do. Maybe you better not take that.
And there's a 45 adapter thing.
Oh, okay.
That was in there.
Neat.
Okay. See ya, Robert. Maybe you can come by Sunday.
Bye, Robert.
Yeah,
and then there's, I won't show them all, but there's a bunch of
them.
This is all stuff that he produced.
Oh, okay.
And he wrote a lot of it too, probably. And it was all on his LHI, which stood for Lee Hazelwood Industry label. This was all the stuff.
Look, he did Flash.
Are there any 45s for the International Submarine Band that Graham Parsons was in?
They're not on here, I don't think. Let me make sure, because I don't remember them being on there.
Could be.
No, that was probably after LHI.
Okay.
LHI didn't last that long. But
yeah,
this is a cool, and this is Light in the Attic too, the same company that put out all the Hazelwood stuff.
I noticed all the Mason fans left.
Yeah, all of the
Mason, come back.
Why?
Because the audience left.
Well, he must be dinner late. It's like almost 9 o'clock. Whew.
Well, for me, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's late on this side of the
road. It's almost 11 o'clock.
I don't know if this is still in print. Any Lee Hazelwood fans out there? I don't know.
Yeah. So look for it at your favorite store.
Yes.
Doc's got 3 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
Well, what do you want to do now?
Let's sing.
We haven't showed puppets yet.
Let's promote the little quirks.
Oh, it'll take me 2.5 minutes just to get it.
I just
go ahead. We can wait till Sunday.
Promote the little quirks. That's
we had Mason. We didn't need puppets. So okay.
Well, see, Matthew Smith is gonna go listen to music.
Okay.
Read a book.
See you, Matthew. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Matthew.
Okay.
We can spend two minutes saying good night to everybody.
Yes, really. Right. Good night.
We haven't done this yet.
Oh
yeah, the cat thing.
Where is it? Dang, I can't find it.
Is it over?
No,
we have another like a minute and a half. Jeez.
Very good. Yes.
So scary.
Somebody. Yeah. That one.
It scares some people.
It does.
Scary spice.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're down to our last minute. So,
we had a really
people out there, thanks for coming. Thanks, Jeff Kendall,
Thank you.
Beatle Brad, and Tim Allen, and Mason even.
Yes, join us Sunday.
Lightning us on all the people.
If you have to drive in the snow, be safe.
Yes.
Don't get behind that truck that keeps stopping.
Yeah.
Go around him.
Yeah. And don't forget to come back on Sunday.
Yes,
4
we'll be
o'clock
Sunday.
Eastern Standard Time. If the snow isn't deep enough,
and he'll open his Lee Hazelwood album.
yeah, we'll have
Beetle Bad
an
Bill.
opening, and go Detroit Lions. Yes.
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 Alrighty. So take care, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.